Aho! Namaste funkin' stay, everybody! Welcome to Riel Well Radio, and welcome to my sanctuary. Yep, that's right. I am in the bathroom, in the bathtub, in hot water. This is a place where I come to do a lot of work, a lot of meditation, a lot of voice work, a lot of connecting with my breath and connecting with sound. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys today. Now, I'll give you a little bit of background on me. I've been interested in voice work since I can remember, listening to Madonna, Michael Jackson, classic 80s, Roxy music, all that kind of stuff. And I just always loved singing along with all that stuff. Getting into yoga when I was 13 and getting into music when I was the same age, 13, and starting to play in bands and stuff when I got a little bit older. Voice became a really important aspect of art for me. And I was really horrible at it for a very, very, very long time. And I took courses on training my voice, and then when I got older, I started doing a lot of ceremony. And it was really in the sweat lodge that I found my voice. It was through sharing my voice in a place of safety, in a place of complete abandon, that I really found my voice. And I pushed my voice for a really, really long time, and wanted to get it to be in some sort of specific way, a way where, I had ideas about what my voice should sound like. I had ideas about how big or small, or how high or low I could hit notes. And that really hindered my progress as a person with a voice. And I say it that way because I firmly believe that we all have a voice, and through practice, through honoring our individual voice, we can really find a space where we are not only honoring ourselves, but honoring people around us, the voice of the many, and so on and so forth. I'll talk about some fundamentals at this point in time. Now, the voice can be simply broken down to breath and intention in action. Now, I would go as far to say that this is the case with all acts of meditation, all acts of united motion, breath in action. There are so many different practices that I have found this unification of body, mind, motion, emotion, in motion, with breath and intention. And, I don't have the way, because I don't believe that there is any the way. There is only a way that you find through experimentation and emancipation of the ego, letting go of all of these ideas of specificity, of fitting into some cubbyhole of thought. And it's truly only through letting go of all thought that I can find a unique and individual thought that is not my own. It is not a thought that is with old ways of thinking, old ideologies, because to really see the totality of all my old ideologies, I have to come to know ideology. And so when it comes to the voice, I really break things down into a simple and fundamental action. I make sounds, namely the vowel sounds A, E, I, O, U, and any variation of the above, forwards, backwards, out of order. And then I will continue on to break up those sounds with breath and with consonants. Now let's let that sink in for a moment. The simplicity of that. The awareness to the base vowels that can be found in every language all over, I will say, universe for this example, because I don't think we're limited to the knowable languages, for there were languages before any recordings of languages, and there were the languages of those that were passed on through voice and voice alone. And I do not want to forget those languages or those practices in my practice that I offer you today. So I will give you an example at this point of my practice. And I'm not going to say it's going to be pretty or precise or perfect, because this is an exploration, and I give it to you as such. And I invite you to explore your own practice without thought or specificity. I mean, we can use guidelines to create some sort of framework to be free within. And when we work on this framework for extended periods of time, extended practices over time and space and sound in motion, we come to a freedom within that space and eventually get to a point where we can let go of the space itself and forget about it. Bruce Lee talked about this when he said, "I do not fear the man who can do 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who practices one kick 1,000 times." So with that said, maybe you can listen initially, and I will take pauses, possibly, and give you some insight as to what I'm doing. This is all one take. There will be no edits to this voice bit here, unless, of course, there is some sort of big, crazy thud or interruption. And my roommate is aware that I'm doing this recording at this time, and I know that he'll respect this practice. So I will start with A, E, I, O, U, and I'll explore. And I will do this several times, so you can feel free to join in at any time. And like I said, there's no right and wrong here. This is an exploration with intention, action, voice in motion. Taking a moment to reflect back on the breath. Not trying to force it to do anything whatsoever. Just following the in and the out breath. Being the watcher at this point in time. Feeling your body wherever you are. Feeling how your head is connected with the sky above. Or connected with the ground beneath the back of your occipital bone. Feeling the clothes or lack thereof clothes upon your body, feeling the air touching your body. Feeling that flow of breath in and out. So in that practice there, I started out with very open sounds. Now, I would like to say to you that I did a warm-up for about half an hour before I started this little radio cast, podcast, however you want to call it. And initially, when I start off my practice, I start with making those vowel sounds in a very, very, very relaxed way. Almost incomprehensible with the actions of the mouth, the mandible, the muscles in the jaw, the muscles in the throat. It is very relaxed. The ah, e, a, o, u is very small to begin with. And I do this practice for about half an hour before I come to opening that all up and expanding into the jaw muscles, stretching them gently, stretching the voice muscles gently. So I encourage you to take a practice and get warm. I mean, that practice can be as simple as being in a hot bath, taking a walk, doing some breathing exercises, but finding some level of relaxation and presence in your body. So once we are at that point of presence in body, mind, breath, in action, in motion, we can begin to work the muscles a little more specifically. And that means opening up the mouth, extending our articulation and pronunciation of the voice into space-time. Let that sink in for a moment. Today we will end here, and I will close the circle as we opened it with an Om and with a salutation to say goodbye, that this circle is closed. I would like to thank you for being here with me in this space-time with your attention, breath, awareness in action. Namaste. Namaste. Remember, there are a million ways to unite to all that is within and without. Let us be gentle with ourselves in this space-time and with others, and let us not judge others for their choice in connection, in space-time, this 3-4 dimensional reality. Thank you for being. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your breath, your expansion and contraction in this space, time, this moment, this breath, this united air, earth, fire, and water. Here, now. Om Shanti. Michael Riel, and this is Riel Well Radio. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe if you would like to hear further updates. Oh, hey, Mitakuye Oyasin. Huh!